Realizing one's shortcomings is often the first step toward profound growth. This story takes us to a remote monastery in an Eastern kingdom, where 500 monks devoted themselves to spiritual practice. Among them was a unique monk named Makalo. He was born with a slow intellect and struggled to grasp the teachings that others absorbed with ease. Yet, Makalo's journey is not one of failure, but of transformation, an inspiring tale of overcoming limitations and discovering one's true potential. Makalo's story reflects not just his inner struggles, but also the universal challenges we face in our quest for growth and enlightenment. It illuminates the profound impact of Buddha's teachings and underscores the significance of perseverance, self-acceptance, and spiritual awakening. The humble beginnings of Makalo. In a serene monastery, surrounded by ancient trees, 500 monks dedicated their lives to chanting sutras and engaging in profound meditation. Among them was Makalo, an elderly monk with white hair and a serene countenance. Despite his kind nature and unshakable smile, Makalo faced ridicule for his inability to memorize even a single verse of scripture. Other monks tried to help him, taking turns to teach him the basics. However, years passed, and Makalo's progress was negligible. Frustration grew among the community, and gradually, he was relegated to menial tasks such as cleaning and tending the gardens. Makalo, however, accepted his position without complaint, finding solace in silently reciting snippets of the monk's chants while he worked. If only I could learn these sacred words, he would think. But his heart remained pure, devoid of envy or bitterness. The king's grand invitation. One day, news arrived that the kingdom's king was hosting a grand ceremony to honor the teachings of Buddha. Monks from across the land were invited to share their wisdom and receive royal patronage. Excitement filled the monastery as monks prepared for the prestigious event, polishing their robes and refining their chants. Makalo, however, was consumed by despair. How can I, a fool, stand among these learned ones? He thought. Despite his years of service, he felt unworthy of such an honor. That night, while the others practiced for the ceremony, Makalo slipped away to the monastery's grove, carrying a rope. His heart heavy with despair, he planned to end his life. A mysterious voice. As Makalo tied the rope to a sturdy branch, a booming voice echoed through the grove. What foolishness is this, Makalo? Startled, he turned to see a radiant figure, half human and half divine, standing before him. Overwhelmed by fear and curiosity, Makalo hesitated. The figure, embodying the compassionate essence of Buddha, began to speak gently yet firmly. Do you think your life has no purpose? Every being, no matter how small or insignificant they feel, carries the potential for greatness. Makalo's despair began to give way to curiosity as the divine presence revealed truths about his past. In a previous life, Makalo had been a renowned scholar with 500 disciples. But his arrogance and disdain for others' struggles had sown seeds of his current difficulties. This life is your chance to rediscover humility and wisdom, the figure explained. The turning point. Moved by the celestial words, Makalo abandoned his dark thoughts and returned to the monastery. His perspective shifted. He no longer saw himself as a victim of circumstance, but as someone on a unique path. When the monks noticed his renewed vigor, they were taken aback, but offered little encouragement. Makalo's transformation was gradual, driven by an unyielding determination to find meaning in his efforts. Enlightenment through service. Makalo threw himself into his daily tasks with a newfound sense of purpose. Each sweep of his broom became a meditation, every chore an offering. He began to find joy in the simplest acts, and in time his mind grew clearer. One morning, while cleaning the meditation hall, he overheard a group of monks reciting a particularly complex sutra. The words resonated deeply within him, and for the first time, he found himself able to recall them accurately. Encouraged, Makalo began to practice in secret, reciting sutras during his chores. His persistence paid off, and soon he could recite entire passages with ease. His fellow monks, initially dismissive, began to notice the change. Slowly but surely, Makalo's efforts earned their respect. The ceremony of revelation. When the day of the royal ceremony arrived, Makalo was invited to join the monks in the palace. As they entered the grand hall, adorned with golden tapestries and offerings, the king himself greeted them. Each monk was given an opportunity to speak, sharing their understanding of Buddha's teachings. When it was Makalo's turn, the room fell silent. Many expected him to falter. Yet, as he began to speak, his voice was clear and resonant. Makalo shared insights that reflected his profound journey, lessons on humility, perseverance, and the value of inner reflection. His words moved the king and the court to tears. The king, deeply impressed, declared Makalo one of the wisest monks he had ever encountered. From that day forward, Makalo was no longer seen as a fool, but as a beacon of wisdom and resilience. Lessons from Makalo's journey. Makalo's story offers timeless lessons for all of us. Self-acceptance and transformation. Accepting one's flaws is the first step toward growth. Makalo's journey shows that even those who feel inadequate can achieve great transformation. The power of perseverance. Consistent effort, no matter how small, can lead to profound changes. Makalo's daily practice turned him from an outcast into a sage. Inner reflection over external validation. In a world driven by comparison, Makalo found peace and wisdom through introspection and service. Compassion for others. The monk's initial scorn for Makalo reflects a lack of empathy. His eventual triumph underscores the importance of understanding and supporting one another. Overcoming self-doubt. Makalo's despair nearly cost him his life. His story reminds us that self-doubt can be conquered with faith and effort. Conclusion. Makalo's transformation from a perceived fool to an enlightened monk serves as a powerful reminder of the potential within all of us. His journey, marked by humility and resilience, illustrates that even the most challenging paths can lead to enlightenment. By embracing our flaws, persevering through hardships, and finding meaning in our struggles, we too can uncover the wisdom and strength that lie within. Makalo's legacy is one of hope and inspiration. No matter how difficult life may seem, the possibility for growth and enlightenment is always within reach. The first step is to believe in the power of change.